This context, BIOC 3005 DCPIP, is one of the simplest contexts in the catalogue. It literally just involves measuring the absorbance of different concentrations of this coloured compound, DCPIP. Now, you could just pipette the DCPIP and dilute it with this tris buffer here in the wells of a plate. But what Ulrike Kappler, the inventor of this context, wanted done was to get the students to create dilutions in Eppendorf tubes and then pipette from there into the plate. Now, rather than doing that, I'll just show you how it sort of works by taking, actually let's use a P200 for this. So I'm just going to take 20 microliters of this DCPIP solution and put it into this well here, and then I'll put 40 microliters into this one, and then I'll put 60 into here and 80 into here and 100 into the last one. And then I'll put tris into the others. Now, I should use a new pipette tip really, shouldn't I, avoid contamination. So let's put 100 in there. That'll make the total volume 200. I'll put 120 in here, 140 in the next one. You can see it getting progressively more dilute as I do this. And then by the time I get down to the last couple, 180 and finally 200. So I've ended up with 200 microliters in all of the wells, but increasing in concentration. I'll pick a wavelength that sounds about right for something that looks blue, and I'll mix the tubes or the wells, and let's have a look at the absorbance. So you can see it's going up quite nicely here, 0.4, 0.8, 1.1 something, and then not totally linear because this plate reader, I've designed it so that the absorbance recorded versus real absorbance relationship is as you would expect, not totally linear. It starts to dip off after 1 and as it gets towards an absorbance of 2. So the students would just take this absorbance, they'd put it into Excel, they'd draw standard curves, and they'd get some sort of feel for doing dilutions, and they could change the wavelength of the plate reader. Of course, any mistakes that they make are going to be faithfully reflected in the results that they get. If they put too much volume into any of the tubes, then they will get a bit of feedback on that as well. So that's a very simple context, but Ulrike finds it very handy, and we'll be doing a lot more work together.